You know what's funny? People think revenge is about hurting someone back, about making them jealous, proving a point, or showing that you've moved on. But the truth? The best revenge isn't loud. It's quiet. It's cold. It's walking away and becoming the version of yourself they never believed you could be. Because one day, the person who hurt you will look for the old version of you, the one who begged, the one who chased, the one who settled, and realize you don't exist anymore. That's when the regret begins. So today, I'm giving you 3 savage steps, not just to make them miss you, but to make them wish they never lost you. Let's go. Step 1, the disappearing act. You want to know what really messes with someone's head? Not your words, not your anger, your silence. Silence is the loudest revenge. Because people expect drama. They expect a reaction. They feed on your pain. They want to see that you're still affected. That's what keeps their ego alive. But when you don't give them that, when you vanish without warning, they start to lose control. And trust me, people hate losing control more than they hate losing you. So disappear. Not the "I'm taking a break from social media" kind of disappearing. No, vanish like you never existed in their world. No explanations, no closure speech, no emotional goodbye. Just gone. Because when you stop showing up, when you stop reacting, when your name stops appearing in their notifications, curiosity kicks in. They'll start checking your profile. They'll start wondering, why aren't they watching my stories? Why do they look so calm, so unbothered? That silence becomes their punishment. You see, people are addicted to your energy, even when they act like they're not. So when you take it away, they start to realize how much of it they depended on. And that realization, it hits harder than any angry message ever could. You don't owe them closure. You don't owe them another conversation. You owe yourself peace. So block, delete, disappear, whatever it takes. Because disappearing isn't weakness, it's strategy. When they can't find you, they can't forget you. And when they can't forget you, they start missing you, even if they'll never admit it. That's the first step. You don't chase closure. You become the closure. Step 2, the transformation. Here's where the real power kicks in. You vanished. They're wondering what happened. Now it's time to make sure the next version of you is something they could never afford again. While they're busy scrolling through empty validation, you're out here reinventing yourself. Not for them, but for you. You start working out, not to show off, but to discipline yourself. You start learning, reading, grinding. You start focusing on your growth so much that you don't even notice when the pain turns into power. Because one day you'll look in the mirror and realize you're not trying to get over them anymore. You're too busy leveling up. That's the real flex. No quote posts, no new chapter captions, no dramatic song lyrics, just results. Your glow up becomes silent. Your success becomes your language. Your peace becomes your aesthetic. And when they finally see you again, whether it's on social media, in person, or through a mutual friend, it hits them like a freight train. Because the person standing in front of them isn't the same one who begged them to stay. You're sharper, calmer, more focused. And they'll realize they didn't just lose someone good, they lost someone golden. Because here's the truth. People regret losing you most when they realize they can't access the new version of you. You were once available. Now, you're rare. You're a luxury they can't afford anymore. You didn't change out of spite. You evolved out of necessity. You stopped trying to be understood and started trying to become unstoppable. And that's when life starts moving differently. Because you're no longer chasing validation, you're chasing vision. You're not proving your worth, you're living it. And when that happens, every person who doubted you, ghosted you, or underestimated you will feel that regret deep in their bones. That's step 2, transformation. You don't post it, you become it.
Step 3, the indifference phase. This is the final stage and the most powerful one, because nothing breaks a person more than realizing you genuinely don't care anymore. And I don't mean pretending not to care. I mean actually being free. When they text you out of nowhere with that classic line, "Hey stranger," and you replied 3 days later with a simple, "Hey," that's not cold, that's legendary. Because you're not doing it to play games. You're doing it because they're simply not a priority anymore. You've outgrown the entire situation. Most people fake moving on. They post selfies, party, flirt, but deep down, they're still replaying the past. You're different. You don't fake peace. You live it. You stop checking their page. You stop wondering if they think about you. You stop needing an apology to move on. Because your peace is louder than their presence ever was. That's when they start chasing closure. That's when they test the waters with, "I miss you," or "I've been thinking about you." But you're not bitter anymore. You're just done. You've healed. And when you heal, revenge becomes irrelevant. Because at that point, you don't want them to regret losing you. They just do. Your growth becomes a guilt trip. Your peace becomes a punishment. Your success becomes a slap in the face. And yeah, part of you still might want them to see how good you look now. That's human. But the difference is, you're not doing it for them anymore. You're not seeking attention. You're living in ascension. Because real indifference, real peace, that's what breaks people. They'll try to post things to trigger you, hoping you still care. But you'll just laugh, because they know they're still performing for an audience you left behind. You've moved on to the sequel, and they don't get a ticket. Here's the truth no one wants to admit. You don't need them to regret losing you for you to move on. You just need to become someone you wouldn't lose again. You want closure? Close the door yourself. Lock it, paint it, decorate it, and never look back. Because the moment you start living like you were never dependent on their validation, that's the moment their regret begins. Regret doesn't start when they lose you. It starts when they realize you're fine without them. When they see you smiling again. When they hear your name and their chest tightens. When they scroll past your photo and think, "Damn, they look happy." That's when the silence, the transformation, and the indifference all hit them at once. And it crushes them. Because they didn't lose someone ordinary. They lost someone unforgettable. So let's recap. Step 1, disappear. Don't argue. Don't explain. Just vanish. Step 2, transform. Become so powerful that even your old self wouldn't recognize you. Step 3, detach. Master the art of not caring. Because making someone regret losing you isn't about revenge. It's about evolution. You don't chase karma. You become karma. And the sweetest revenge is not proving them wrong. It's living like they never mattered in the first place. So let them wonder. Let them miss you. Let them feel the weight of what they lost. Because by the time they finally realize your worth, you'll already be too far ahead for them to ever catch up. And that, my friend, is how you make someone regret losing you.